everyone. We are still getting ready in here and having fun networking with everybody out there. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Welcome back to the show. I have with me Jeff Woodworth, and he has been now on my show. This will be your second time. You are the owner of Absolute Insurance Solutions. I'll get it out. And tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do. Everybody today is so passionate about what they do, and advocates, okay? But you're a seniors advocate out there, but not just seniors, everyone that needs healthcare, but certainly you do kind of excel in that area. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, so I will tell a little bit about myself. Thank you. First of all, I want to introduce Dylan Strong.
Hello.
And Dylan Strong has been with me now I've known him off and on for about 5 years, but he's really working really hard to build up the technological side of my company, because I'm not real technical. But that's okay. I like to communicate to people, and now I can communicate even more since I'm with Carol. Yay! And then Dylan's helping me as well. So that's kind of an intro to
I wanted
my team.
Dylan now to come up closer, because when I asked you if you're going to come on the show, you was like, I'm not sure. You're going to pull that mic towards you, both of you pull them towards, so that everybody can hear you.
Cool.
So, Mike, is it Mike?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yep.
So Dylan, I want to talk to you because I had gone on the website earlier this morning, and I saw that my video of the first time that you were ever on was on there.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, thank
People,
you.
if you want to see him, you can go onto his website. It's Absolute Insurance, the number 4, the letter U.com, and you can see our first little interview that we did together. I also, when I called the office, you used your ad that you made here, and you put that on. Awesome how you did that. Thank you for doing that for us.
Problem.
Wonderful that you, so it's great that you can utilize all that stuff.
I know, and I would have never been able to do it without Dylan. So
that's
he's
awesome.
a big part
totally.
of my company. I
So,
appreciate it.
in terms of that, though, awesome that you're being able to get out technology-wise.
Right.
Everybody's using that word today, right? Because
Yeah.
we've sort of had to. We've been pushed into
I
it.
know.
But talk a little bit about yourself.
I will.
You have a story,
I do.
and I want that story out every single time. So we've got to say it.
Okay, so the reason why I got into the insurance business in the first place was because way back in 1998, I had a family reunion with my mom and my dad and all my brothers and sisters and everything up in Seattle, Washington. And we had a great time, everything was going good, but we saw that my dad was not feeling so hot. So I said, hey, Dad, let's go to the doctor, because you look a little bit on the pale side. He goes, oh, son, I'd like to go, but I really can't because, my agent said I'm not able to go outside of the state of Arizona, because that's where they retired down here. So, okay, all right. So we were having a good time. Everything was going great. And then all of a sudden, my dad got worse and worse. He wouldn't get out of bed. And that's not like my dad. He's really always doing stuff. He can't sit still. So I said, Dad, we're going to take you to the emergency room. That's all there is to it. And he goes, well, son, I'd love to go. But my agent, again, said I can't go anywhere until I'm back in Arizona. I said, well, you might even consider maybe going back to Arizona a little quicker, Dad, because you're not really looking too healthy. So we just continued that way, and he wanted to be with the grandkids, and you know how that is. But finally he went back home, and when he did, on September 3rd, 1998, my dad passed away. And that was a real sad thing, and I just thought, man, I wish he had something different insurance-wise, because that really was bad. So then my dad always wanted me to be in insurance, because, weird thing, my dad sold home and auto, okay, but he didn't know anything about health. So I decided when I get in insurance, honor my dad, I'm going to get in health insurance, health and life. So I did that, studied it, found out after I studied it that, oh my God, my dad could have gone to the emergency room in Seattle. And I said, wow, if I'd have known in 2002 what I'd known back in 1998, I'd have saved my dad's life. So then my mission has been this, to save and help as many people as I possibly can to make sure that they don't experience the same thing that I've experienced with the loss of my dad. So that's what happened there. Do you want me to share that story about the lady in New York too?
Well, you know what I want to talk
Tell me.
about before we do that story.
Sure.
The next time we're going, but after the break.
Sure.
What I want to talk about is the way that you work. You have so many different, a plethora of plans
Yeah.
that you have. And what I wanted to talk about, one of them in particular that was so awesome that you talked about, and that's new, that you're super excited about it.
You
And I
got it.
really want to talk about that because what you're, listen, you can talk to a lot of people, but when you hear stuff on here, you're going to hear stuff that you may never have known about.
That's
And that's
right.
what I love about the show. And you had said that not many people know about this, and as a matter of fact, I think you kind of created it, if I remember you saying, because you had gone somewhere, you kind of merged too, if I remember
Yes,
correctly.
I did.
Yeah, explain to them what you came up with for people out there to help them with insurance. Go ahead.
Okay, so I start off with this. I had people that come in here. I mainly deal with Medicare. A person came to my office and they got Medicare. The wife was 5 years from Medicare, and she said, "What can you do for me?" And I looked and I said, "Well, I can get you a plan for about $700 a month." And she literally cried. And so at that point, now I'm on a mission to help this person and everybody else not have to feel that way. So this is what I did. I found a plan that is absolutely, utterly amazing. And I call it the new era of healthcare. All right? And so this is what we're going to do. Instead of going to the doctor's office like you normally do, and you got to pay a deductible and or copay to go see the doctor and get stuff done, and also co-insurance and all that wonderful stuff, how about going to a doctor and not having a copay? Wouldn't that be awesome? How would it be awesome to not even have co-insurance anymore? And how would you like a plan literally to pay off the deductible for you, and so you don't have to do that either? And the deductible, by the way, is only on the room in the hospital. All the other services are provided right off the bat, right day one, and you get the care that you need. Because you know what, Carol, that's most important to me, is that people, when they go through and they want care, but they can't seem to get it because the deductible is like a big wall that keeps them from their health care. And so we want to tear down that wall so your families out there that are suffering, that are hurting, that don't know what am I going to do next, we want to tear down that wall so you can have the access to health care that you need for you and your loved ones.
His phone number is 623-328-5298. He works statewide. He's rated with the Better Business Bureau, and he does free consultations. It's a free service to the families out there. What I love, and today you feel the passion from everybody that I'm talking to here. Even yesterday, I started hearing people people are getting tired about with things that are going on, and not just in the last 3 months. For a long time now, people are, and for the longest time, I know one thing about. In health insurance, we've always had to do these high deductibles so that we could afford to make our premium. And now what you're saying, from what I'm hearing, is we can tear that wall down so that you can afford to pay for good health insurance and not have to have those deductibles that high, and also to have it paid for you.
Absolutely. Carol, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because not only is this plan tear down that wall, it's actually very affordable. In fact, it's 50 to 70% less expensive than the Obamacare plans right now, which is astronomical. And here's the other thing that people like. The premiums, they don't go up. Over 12 years, they have not gone up. In fact, this last year, they actually went down.
So
And
they're
benefits went
perfect
up.
for who? Who is this for? Who is this plan for?
This is for everyone that's paying too much for health care and they can't get health services. And it's also a PPO, so you can go to any doctor you want. So it's for everyone, even groups, individuals.
And did you want to say something?
And don't forget to tell them that they can also see their naturopathic medical doctors, their direct primary care doctors.
Yeah, exactly.
And all you have to do is get that in cash pay, and you can send it into the insurance company and get reimbursed for
Here's
that.
what we're going to do. We're going to go back to a break here in just
Yes.
a minute, and we're going to talk further about that. What I love, you see, now the younger person's thinking about those naturopathic kind of things, and I love that you brought that up, because there's a lot of people out there that are searching for another avenue, and this also includes that as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah,
That's amazing.
absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Come on close on that. I
Okay.
want to say that
Yep.
again. Tell them again.
Okay.
Tell them again.
Again, you'll be able to go see your naturopathic medical doctors, your direct primary care doctors, and all you got to do is ask them for the cash pay on that, and you'll get reimbursed from your insurance company.
It's a new era in healthcare. The number to call them is 623-328-5298.
Then we get commercial break.
So, and now
So
it's
you
a
did it.
commercial break. Yeah.
I like
So I
it.
wasn't
That's
sure
cool.
that you were
It's
going to
fine.
do that.
Me
So-
either.
I didn't either.
We gotta put these right on top of you, and I don't
Yeah.
even know if you're in here now. So we'll change this a little bit.
Okay. Oh, do we to keep? Oh, we have
Yeah,
to
we're
keep
gonna
going.
keep
That's
on
right.
talking a
Because
little
we're
bit.
still.
We're still live, so you can talk a little bit more.
I love it.
Introduce yourself a little bit to
Okay.
them,
To them. Okay.
because you're on Facebook right now, still live.
Oh, I'm still
We're
live.
still
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Hi, my name's Dylan. I work at Absolute Insurance Solutions with Jeffrey Woodruff, and we are trying to save people a ton of money on health insurance this year, and every year after that.
So yeah, you know, it's funny because health insurance, it's so important that we all have to have it. We all
Yes.
have to have it, just like
Right.
we all, Solar Sandy was on earlier, and we were talking about electrical. You have to pay it, right? You
Yeah.
have no choice, but you have to pay
You
it.
got it.
But it's all about helping people save money
Right.
on things that they have to pay or are paying way too much money for, and
Exactly.
educating them. And that's what we're going to talk about when we come back.
Okay.
We haven't gone to any of these, which is okay.
That's okay.
You're having fun with it?
I'm
Yeah.
having a blast.
Yeah, good.
This is like right my
So
cup
you
of
see
tea.
how it's going now, and as you
know.
do it, the more you do it. If you want to go more narrow and deep, we can come down. But I
can.
love talking about this product because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
super, super excited about it, and it's new and different.
It is.
Okay.
Now, tell me when we're going to go back on the air. You'll let us know, right? When we're
I
are we,
will
are we on
listen.
the air right now?
You are
talking?
you are live on Facebook though.
Okay, so I want to make sure that everybody understands kind of how it works a little bit more, so how you can get it, and that there is some underwriting, but there's also some guaranteed issue situations too with the product. So it's not like everyone that would seem like I can't get health care. More people can get health care outside of Obamacare than they think. And that's people don't understand
We'll
that.
talk about
Yes,
that.
it's very, very important that they understand that there's other products, there's other solutions that people don't understand that's out there that we can offer them that's going to give them the care that they need. So that's what I make sure everybody out there knows. We have an answer for you, and I want you to take the time to call us at 623-328-5298 or call and talk to Jeff or Dylan at Absolute for You. That's Absolute, the number 4 and the letter U.com.
Absolute. It's actually Absolute Insurance.
Oh, yeah.
The,
It's
the
Absolute
number
Insurance.
4 and the letter
That's
U.
why we have
Yeah,
Dylan.
Glad he did that, not me.
I know, right?
And I'm glad we have Dylan here because he keeps me
In
the
check.
technology right on cue. Yeah.
And then are you gonna tell her about the graph of the how most people
Here
most
we go.
Okay,
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I will. So, I'll do that.
I'll do that.
Welcome back, everyone. Dylan is now here with us too. I have him more focused on the live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. We're talking with Jeff, and he's the owner of Absolute Insurance Solutions. We're so passionate about what you do, and you were talking to me at the break to Facebook people,
Yeah.
Facebook land out there, that more people can get health care
Right.
than they realize that are outside of Obamacare.
Right.
And this one product that you are so excited about, you can't, it's sort of like you merge two products, but you wanted to kind of let everybody understand how it really works. So
Correct.
go ahead.
Yeah, and all this, not only the how, but why we're doing this, because we've seen a trend since 10 years ago when Obamacare was introduced to society that the prices of the deductibles and the premiums have gone up steadily. I've talked to business owners that have said to me that every year they have to factor in between 10, 15, even 20% higher costs for their health care for their employees, and they don't know how they can sustain it. And so, and all these are been graphed out and up,
Yeah.
like through
Kaiser
Food-
Family Foundation.com.
Yeah.
They
And
all
he
do
does all-
medical
he looks it
reports
up.
on all that stuff.
And so by doing that, we see where it's going, and we need to reverse the trend. So how it works like this is this way. The medical questions, and there are some medical questions, are minimal compared to what they used to be before Obamacare, and even now they're easy to answer. But let's say you have a situation where you answer yes to a question that's going to decline you. Well, guess what? They have a solution for that as well. If someone comes in your household, doesn't even have to be a family member, someone that lives in your house gets on the plan and becomes a standard, they come in good. The other person that's declined, guess what? Now they're guaranteed issue. Now they can get on the plan too. So we have solutions for almost every situation. And then you can take it a step further. We have group plans as well. So if you have a group, we can establish a group through ERISA, which means you don't have to contribute to it. You don't even have a participation level, which is awesome, like you do right now. And so it gives more freedom and access to the healthcare, to your employees, and less money out of your pocket as an employer.
What about sole proprietors?
Sole proprietors are a perfect example because they are paying way too much for healthcare. This is going to bring down your costs remarkably. I mean, we're talking remarkably, and give you first dollar care when you go to the doctor. So you don't have to worry about deductibles, you don't have to worry about co-pays. You go in and they take care of you fantastically.
Also single people, just a single person living at home, because now a lot of people are, they're not, I'm one of them. I never thought I would be, but I am.
Yeah. So everyone that's single, young people, you wouldn't believe the pricing that.
And the prices are affordable.
Way so affordable.
Oh, yeah.
And you get care that you can actually use. I mean, that's the beautiful thing.
Tell them again some of the things that you said before. Can you believe that if it does this, that, say it again.
What it does,
covers.
It covers everything. It covers if you go in the hospital and there's no deductible on the medical or the surgical side of it. You have coverage day one in the hospital. The only thing that you have to cover in the deductible is the room. And that's paid off by the insurance company in 2 days. By the insurance company. It's awesome. And then you have outpatient care. You have doctor visits. You have ER visits. You have urgent care, MRIs, CAT scans, preventative, all covered.
It's
And
even
you
guaranteed
mentioned-
renewable. It's even guaranteed
Yes.
renewable, and you can't be canceled if as long as you're paying your premiums.
You also said that you can go to your own doctors, which
Yep.
so
Yes.
many people want that so
Exactly.
badly. And you also mentioned,
Yep.
Dylan, that
You can go and you can see your naturopathic medical doctors. You can go see your direct primary care doctors. And honestly, any professional doctor that can provide you with a CPT code, which is what we use in our plan to bring the cost down to a lower rate.
So, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of plans are structured in a way that it's hard for them to pay the bill because there's no fee schedule. But we do have that because we basically are a hybrid plan. We have a combination of indemnity, which means that they pay no matter what. They have a defined benefit that they pay out no matter what. And then we also couple that with hospital and surgical benefit, and we base our fee schedule on the Medicare allowable rate. And the reason why we do that, because that rate has been around for over 60 years. Every hospital, every provider knows what it's about. And the beautiful thing, we allow you to not just have one level of that care, you can buy up to 2 or even 3 units of that care, which gives you fantastic coverage.
it's like a layering.
Yeah, it's like a layering. And you can so they decided, instead of putting everything all in one big basket and you had to buy the basket, we said, the insurance company brilliantly said, how about if we give the people what they want, how they want it, so that you can design your own plan, okay? And you can do it to meet your budget and your needs at the same time. It's like, wow. It's like you get your cake and eat it too.
The phone number to call them is 623
It's really fun.
328 5298. He works statewide. He's rated with the Better Business Bureau. The website is Absolute Insurance, the number 4, the letter U.com. He does free consultations. Everything he does to work with you, it's free. It's a free service to you, the families out there. Also, if you want to see our first interview together, he just had it right there up on their website. It's pretty cool
Yeah.
to see that too. But I think more than anything, I implore people that are listening, first of all, please make sure that you're covered.
Yeah.
You know, that's number one, is to make sure you're covered. They say, you want to say something?
Dylan, can you explain to them what happens if they get the COVID? If they have our plan, what would happen if they got it?
Okay,
'Cause this
so,
is really big. This is big.
If you are currently with our plan and you get a positive test for COVID-19, they are going to waive your premiums for the next 2 months, and they're also going to double your benefits for everything.
Wow.
with no extra charge.
No extra charge, nothing.
So
You're fine.
they're really out there to help
Oh,
the
yeah.
people out there.
Oh, yeah.
But what I love about you is that you actually, I think, out of a need. And it was something that you said that you met somebody who was so upset about, obviously her premium was like $700 a month, couldn't afford that.
No.
And you said, you know what, I'm going to find something for this woman. And you searched and you searched.
Yes,
And
did.
I think what happened, what I remember is that you found two companies that you helped kind of merge the two together, and it became one.
So here's the other part of that puzzle that I haven't really shared about, because you guys are going to save the best to last. So there's some of the things that this plan doesn't have coverage for. So it doesn't have coverage for natural pregnancy. It doesn't have coverage for durable
Natural. Forget it. I'm not doing natural anyway. So.
Well, there you go. That's just.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah, you give me more
They
drugs
used
and
to
we can
say
have
in
a
the
baby.
hospital, natural deliveries are epidurals without makeup.
I love
Oh
it.
my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh. Well, that's
I love that.
never thought of it that way, but that does.
Nobody's doing that
That paints a
anymore.
real pretty picture
So you don't
right
have
there.
to worry about that. What else?
So anyway, so there's a lot of things that, like the drug plan, there's not a real drug plan, it's a discount plan. So what we have this other plan, it's called a Mek Plan, which is a minimum essential coverage plan that's guaranteed issue, no medical questions, covers everything, including all the things the other one doesn't cover, and anybody can join it. So when you merge both of them together, then you have a major plan, especially if you need all those other benefits. Some people do, some people don't. But if you do need it, we got it, okay?
Well, that's
and it's
what you-
less expensive
I
than what
think-
you have right now.
I think that's exactly what you mean when you say that you are creating your own plan.
Yeah.
It's and what works best for you. You're making that layering effect of what it is
Exactly.
that you need. Their number to
Absolutely.
call again at 623-328-5298. Their website again, it's Absolute Insurance, the number 4, the letter U.com, rated with the Better Business Bureau and their statewide. And to talk to them and to work with them, it's absolutely free. This is a free service to the families out there.
Absolutely. In fact,
We
will-
use absolutely a lot in this in
We-
your segments.
you know what? We do. It's kind of a catchy little thing, isn't it?
And that's the name of your business.
That's my name. That's my name when I log in my computer. Absolutely, Dylan Strong.
That's cool.
And that's absolutely
Yeah,
correct right there.
yeah.
I think we're all ingrained, right? We've been brainwashed, absolutely. And that's okay, because it's a good thing. And-
Absolutely.
Amen. See what you're catching on there, Carol. You'll be part of the family before you know it. Anyway, so we're just excited because you know what? We have a solution. And I tell you what, people are calling us. I've had people already call me from the radio program the last time. In fact, Dylan got the first one, and he was so excited because, tell us
Oh,
a
yeah,
little about
they
that. It's
called
really
in.
cool.
This lady calls in. She goes, "Yeah, my son heard your thing on the radio, and he said they said to call you, and so I'm calling just to see and talk to you about it and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, no, you heard it? What station were you listening to?" She's like, "Oh, 1100 a.m." And I was like, "Oh, yep, that must have been yesterday when and then I posted it onto like Facebook and like some of our social media and stuff, and then I also like linked you guys to it so that it would." Just kind of like get all the accreditation going around to all of us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no
We
problem.
appreciate that.
And then
Look
and
how
then someone
cute
called.
these guys are. I just love it.
So we're having a blast. And you know what? We're having a blast and we're helping so many people. And I'm so happy because I tell you what, we have people come in that have had the plan now for months and months. And can I tell you a story about one of my clients?
Real
we have
quickly.
time for that?
Real
Can I
quick.
say real
Well,
quick?
like real quick.
Okay, a lady came in. She goes, Jeff, I went to the colonoscopy. They came back and they said, I got a check for $700. What do I do with it? I said, cash it because you get money extra back from after the service is provided.
You know what? This is something that they're so excited about, and you can hear it and feel it right from them. You got to check them out on their website, and also check out our interview from there as well. It is Absolute Insurance, the number 4, the letter U.com. They work statewide. They're rated with their Better Business Bureau. Their phone number to call direct. Write it down. They're so excited about helping everybody, and right now everyone should be able to be covered, and they have something for everyone.
Yeah.
That number is 623-328-5298. This is a free service to you, and you absolutely want to give them a call.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun. That was even funner than last time.
No,
And I'm glad you got to
I like that a lot.